going on YouTube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm here filming another video in my filming room. Okay, technically it's not really a filming room, it's just an empty room because we're still remodeling. Don't tell my fiance. Alright, so let's start this video. If you clicked on this video, you are probably like me and you are thinking about upgrading your transmission. Maybe you have a turbo Miata, maybe you're making like 300 horsepower, or maybe you want to make it like 300 horsepower, or maybe you just keep blowing transmissions because you beat on your car and you don't care about it like how I do in mine. Well, I have two things to tell you guys. I plan on updating you guys through my experience, everything that I learned along the way. If it helps you or helps one person and makes their life easier with the swap, then I'm all for it. So I've had the car running and driving. I've been driving it maybe, I don't know, like a week maybe. It has maybe 100 miles on it. I mean, I really don't drive the car much. But I've already noticed two pretty decent issues with the transmission swap. The first one, and probably the biggest issue with the transmission swap, is something that people don't think about when you're doing it. And I found out the hard way, so I'm going to share you guys a big secret that no one told me about the transmission swap. The way the transmission bolts to the motor, which I've talked about this before, there's an adapter plate that basically bolts to the back of the engine, and then the transmission bolts to the adapter plate. Now, if you have a Miata and you've worked on your car before and you know what it looks like underneath it, the starter is pretty easy to change. Well, when you do the transmission swap, because of the adapter plate and the Turbo 2 transmission, the bell housing of the transmission covers one of the starter bolts, the top left one. And I'll overlay some videos here of me changing mine, and you can ask me how I found out. Long story short, I got my car running, driving, I got the transmission swap done, and my starter went out. I was like, okay, easy, no big deal. Just order a new starter, picked it up at the auto parts store down the street, and I go to change it, and I'm taking off the bolts. So I take off the first two, and I go, okay, there's one more bolt holding it on. And I found out eventually that it's behind the bell housing. And the only way to get to it is to pull the transmission off to undo one bolt. So, lesson learned from this. If you are doing the RX7 Turbo 2 transmission swap, while you have the transmission off, while you have the motor out, while you're doing your maintenance, whatever you're doing, your rear main seal, your clutch, just go buy a new starter. They're like 70 bucks. If you're already doing the swap and you have this much money into your car, just put a brand new starter in for the peace of mind, and you don't have to be like me and pull the whole transmission off just to replace the starter. So that is lesson one that I've learned. The second thing, not really a big issue, and I don't have a solution yet. I'm still working through it, but it's my clutch, and it's acting very strange. So again, something else that no one told me when I was doing the swap, and since I did not buy my Maverick Motorsports adapter plate from the manufacturer, I got it secondhand, used off a buddy. And if you buy it through Maverick Motorsports, they actually give you the instructions with this one step that I missed. And that is, you're supposed to space out the clutch fork pivot pin. So when you have the clutch fork that goes into the transmission, the fork opens up and pushes against the clutch pressure plate. Basically, it opens and closes the pressure plate, and it swivels on a pivot. And you're supposed to unscrew that pivot out of the RX7 transmission and put two washers on it, and then screw back in and Loctite it. And that gives you, I'm guessing it's enough leverage to move the clutch pressure plate. And the problem is that's all the instructions they give you is say two washers. They don't tell you how thick, they don't tell you basically anything more details than that. And I again found out the hard way. I pulled the transmission, I had the whole car back together, and I was trying to get the clutch to work, and I had to pull the whole transmission to go put two washers on. Basically, I am pro at pulling transmissions. If anyone needs help, message me, I can help you. So basically my clutch works now, and it's driving and it works, but it's not perfect, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is the issue I'm having now. I think I put the correct washers on, I put two on, and like I said, the clutch works, and it may just be as simple as adjusting the clutch pedal underneath the dash, but I don't know for sure. And right now the clutch is kind of finicky, it's kind of weird going out of first gear. But yeah, I'm working through the issue. When I come with a solution, I will definitely let you guys know what I do. Like I said, it may just be adjusting the pedal, but do not forget about putting two washers on the clutch pivot fork. So starter, replace it, and don't forget your two washers. That's really it. Like I say, it's a short video. I hope you guys mind these quick little update videos. I'm just trying to give you guys as much lessons that I've learned along the way, because it sucks having your car down for a year and a half and running into all sorts of nonsense like I ran into. So yeah, like I said, people have been hitting me up about the transmission swap. They want to know more details. They've been curious about it since they see my car running. They know it's possible and it's cheap. Like I said, it's really not expensive to swap. So yeah, so if I learn any more lessons along the way, I'll let you guys know. If you guys have any requests about my car, any videos, any things you want to talk about, want me to talk about, let me know. Like I said, I'm more than happy to show anything in detail and yeah, keep you guys updated. So if that's not, that's it. I'm going to head out to dinner with my fiance, and hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.